territoire de Masisi, c'est un territoire caractérisé par l'activisme des groupes armés, l'instabilité de la paix, de par les conflits, dans les tensions intercommunautaires, les conflits fonciers et autres sortes de conflits. C'est vraiment l'épicentre et cela bloque, que ce soit la paix, que ce soit le développement de ces territoires.
Basically, ex-combatants are damaged in their humanity. They are traumatized by the atrocities they have experienced, the rapes and the violence they have suffered from and that they have perpetrated. Many of them have lost their reason to live and have no one to open up to. Most of them have done several damages to their host communities, which make them live a life of permanent insecurity. Due to suspicions and prejudices, many of them find it difficult to be accepted, to find jobs, or to find a significant place in social institutions. In spite of their willingness to ask for forgiveness for the damages caused, they still do not have a framework for welcoming, listening, and initiating the process of reconciliation with their communities. In response to their rejection and exclusion, some of them develop an increased dependence on drugs, hoping to forget their situation for a while. And when misery escalates to the peak, others hope to escape from life by committing suicide. For Kahindo, the young woman who has received 4 successive demobilizations, what pushes her to return back to the armed groups is unemployment. We came here in the hope of rebuilding normally our civil life, but nobody wants us here. We are pointed at every step we make. Nobody wants to open their doors to us. We are accused of all kinds of evil, thieves, killers, and so on. And where we came from, we are simply traitors. Because we gave their weapons to the government, we cannot go back. How do you want us to have a meaningful life?
Les DDR, donc dans les autres années, on n'a pas développé plus la prise en charge ou la réinsertion communautaire holistique. Quand on parle de holistique, donc on voit tous ces aspects-là, psychologique, communautaire, justice, mais aussi la sociothérapie évidemment de communautés qui vont recevoir dans ces jeunes rendus.
The JAMAA Great Lakes organization, created in 2016, participates in the reduction of community violence and the opening of spaces for the resolution of community conflicts in a spirit of dialogue for a sustainable social peace in the Great Lakes region and particularly in the eastern part of the DRC. We train local mediators and volunteers to support the peace process, constructive conflict management, and violence prevention within their respective communities.
Et la médiation interne consiste dans l'identification de médiateurs internes, c'est-à-dire de personnes neutres, crédibles, de bonne moralité, soucieuses d'aider leur communauté à recouvrer la paix et la tranquillité, la concorde et la cohésion sociale, mais également la cohabitation pacifique.
We involve the most vulnerable and excluded members of society in the peace-building process. With ex-combatants who have experienced the pain and horror of violence and are in need of direction, we propose a series of alternatives: active listening, truth and humanity-based dialogue between these ex-combatants and their host communities, inner restoration through group psychotherapy and social therapy, reconciliation sessions through confession and public forgiveness, and opening up perspectives to work together and rebuilding their living environment in collaboration with members of their host community.
D'aborder la question de la négociation dans ce même contexte-là. Dans la première partie, nous avons essayé d'aborder la question liée au sens que nous donnons au mot conflit, ses sources, ses conséquences et la manière dont les conflits peuvent être transformés de façon positive pour essayer non seulement de construire la paix, mais aussi de la consolider en partant de l'expérience même de ces anciens combattants qui doivent être réintégrés au sein de la société et participer à l'édification de la paix. Ainsi, en faveur de ces médiateurs communautaires, il était question d'aborder certaines stratégies pour analyser, comprendre à fond et résoudre pacifiquement des conflits au sein de leurs communautés respectives.
All of this to reborn hope and confidence in their own future, to regain a sense of meaning in their lives, to strengthen their sense of resilience while overcoming their past traumas and rebuilding their social ties in harmony, to feel useful again in their communities by becoming human beings who count in their society and to whom others can also count.
Le CVR, c'est nous devons réduire les violences communautaires car il y a des violences. Quand même, nous devons mettre cet projet pour mélanger les ex-combattants, les femmes, les jeunes à risque. Nous devons mettre ensemble pour réduire les violences communautaires.
In our social therapy sessions, each participant opens up to others in small groups, expresses what hurts them from the deepest part of their inner being. We create conditions where everyone feels comfortable to express their feelings. It is often the painful memories of the loss of a loved one, an innocent person killed, a suffering from physical abuse, a drug addiction, or a feeling of loneliness. We are convinced that the work of peace, before being a community-based, it is first an individual work, and it is our daily work. It is from the moment when people find peace with themselves that they become builders of social peace. A very risky job, but given the horror of the violence that our communities have experienced for more than 2 decades now, we have no choice. The future of generations to come depends on our decisions now and our commitment to make a new way for our common destiny.